Welcome to DrVoIP training. This brief training segment is from the DrVoIP ShoreTel 8 administration video series. The complete 15 hours of training is available online or on DVD at drvoip.com. Let's meet our coach, Peter Buswell. Known throughout the telecom industry as DrVoIP, Peter brings a wealth of experience to his training sessions. He has worked in telecom since 1970. He's worked exclusively in VoIP since 1998. He's a VoIP entrepreneur with 3 venture capital-backed businesses. He has a Bachelor of Science degree in Information Technology Management, plus certifications from some of America's leading communications companies. Let's join one of Peter's training sessions now in progress.
What I think I'd like to do at this point is to upgrade this system to this latest build here and give you a feel for what an upgrade looks like when we do it. So I'm going to go ahead and run the shortware.exe folder and we'll go through the actual upgrade process. Some of it takes a bit of time, so I'm going to pause the video until we get to something that's a little bit more interesting than watching the time elapse on the server. Once the system has extracted and begun to run the actual shoreware server installation, it goes through a number of different phases. Again, I will pause the video until we have something a little more interesting on the screen. But after doing the extraction, at this point, the system is computing space requirements. So with the space requirements calculated, the system's concluded that we have what we need to continue the installation. I'm going to hit the next button here. And once again, you will have to accept the license agreement. I think everybody just hits accept, right? I wonder what it actually says here. So at this point, you have an opportunity to change the default locations that ShoreTel establishes at the time of installation. On this system, we happen to have everything in the C or root drive. This, however, you might determine to put your ShoreTel data folder, hit the change button, and perhaps you want to install that on the D drive or some larger resource, keep the program separate from the data. We're going to do a complete install, and once again, rather than have you sit through the timeline here, I'll pause the video and bring you back when we get to an interesting breakpoint. If you're upgrading an existing shoreware server, part of the installation process, one of the more time-consuming aspects of the upgrade is the stopping of services. So as the installation or the upgrade progresses, you will see these messages indicating the shoreware database management server, TMS, etc. The different services that comprise the shoreware server are in fact being shut down to enable the installation of the new software. So once again, pause. So at this point, we're getting near the end of the actual upgrade process. It's a process that takes, you should allow about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes to go through the process of running the updates. It takes time to stop the services and unpack the software and begin the upgrade process. It's not something you want to interrupt once it's been started, but it is generally a painless, though time-consuming operation. As I said, it takes about 30 minutes. I have paused the video. to spare you the agony of watching this upgrading process, but I think it's important that you get a feel for what it takes. So at this point, the update process has completed. We had a little important note here that if CDR archiving is enabled, please run the make CDR archive.exe utility after the installation is done. We're going to go ahead and click Finish. And at this point, this server will want to restart. As I told you, I'm doing this on a remote desktop connection. Having done many upgrades of ShoreTel servers, using an RDP session is pretty safe. You want to always make sure, however, that you log off and not shut down. It can be very painful if you shut down a server when you really only meant to restart it, especially if that server is going to require about a 75-mile drive for you to turn it back on. So be careful. But at this point, I'm going to go ahead and let the server restart. There are other parts of the ShoreTel server, the solution that need to be upgraded after the server comes back online. But we're going to talk about that